going to be able to hold them off.
And Jeff Burton would love to see somebody try DJ on the bottom side or high side. If they get side by side, that would give him white flag.
Dale Jarrett's been the fastest car in qualifying, one of the fastest in practice. Jeff Burton had only 2 fresh tires on that last stop, but he's done everything to keep Jarrett in his mirror. 2 miles to go.
Kim Burton looking on, praying, not breathing much right now. Come on, Jeff, she says.
Wallace trying to line up with Jarrett. Can they make a move? Will Burton give them anywhere to go?
I don't think he will.
I think Burton's going to run that perfect line. Jarrett looks to the outside now. Nowhere to go there. Trying the bottom side again.
Jeff Burton won his first Winston Cup race on CBS. He comes off turn 4, and he's going to win the last Winston Cup race on CBS. Jeff Burton over Dale Jarrett, Rusty Wallace, and Mark Martin, winning the Pepsi 400.
Now 2 team cars race in the 1 and 2 positions.
That's who Dale needs to see in his rearview mirror right now. That's the best thing he can see.
Will Michael Waltrip block for Dale Jr.? Will he try to win the race himself? White flag is out. Final lap at Daytona. 180,000 on their feet, screaming wildly. 2.5 miles to go.
Just exactly the opposite of the Daytona 500. It was 15 and 8. Elliott Sadler is trying to keep Bobby Labonte behind. He can't do it. But he does move down in front of Rusty Wallace on that fast line.
All clear, all clear.
Bobby Labonte looking for some help, trying to get up there. His teammate Tony Stewart has never answered the black flag.
And they're 4 wide back between the Wallace boys.
Here they come, turn 4, final lap of the Pepsi 400. Michael Waltrip in second, but it's going to be Dale Earnhardt Jr. using lessons learned from his father to go from 6th to 1st and score the victory in the Pepsi 400.
That's unbelievable.
Yes!
That man behind you did it for
Yes!
you. You guys celebrate. You love you, man. You did it.
That was beautiful. Very, very nice.
Junior, you're happy.
All right, you
Look
guys
at
are
that
awesome.
smile. Wow.
I don't think there's anybody here that didn't want to see that.
Sentimental favorite, emotional favorite. Earlier in the broadcast, we talk among ourselves. Some of the moves he made on the track today looked like his father behind the wheel.
I am speechless.
Tears and cheers.
Pretty cool.
Marty Snyder's on pit road with Tony Eury, Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s crew chief.
And you wouldn't believe the emotion, the tears out here for Dale Earnhardt Jr. If that wasn't like the old man, I don't know what was, Tony Sr.
Hey, he had a good teacher. He told him a lot about this place. He loves this place. Hell, listen to them fans up there. They love that kid to death.
I saw you look to the heavens with a few laps to go. What did you say?
Well, he said he knew he could beat him. We just didn't know what was going to happen.
Remember when we've seen this before?
And Steve Mills joining the fray now.
Yeah, man, D.I.'s tough. D.I.'s tough.
We can celebrate. What a finish at Daytona. Dale Jr. on top of the car in the infield.
The 1998 Daytona 500, when his father finally won the Great American Race, he threw the car into the grass doing victory donuts. Everybody joining in the celebration. That's Chocolate Myers, long-time crewman for Dale at Richard Childress Racing. Sixth to first in the final 6 laps. All right, Mikey, you celebrate too. You never got to celebrate your win in February. You celebrate now.
Man, that's just so cool. Storybook ending.
Oh, this is great.
I think everything will work out fine, but boy, Ryan Newman and Rusty were really going at it.
3 wide all the way from 10th place on back.
4 laps to go.
Whoa, Jeff Bodine gets into time. They saved it.
Holy cow.
That's as close as you can come to wrecking without.
And here goes Junior by Michael.
Now where's Rusty going to go? Looks like he's going to stay with Michael on the bottom. Sterling Marlin to 40. He's going to stay with Rusty. They're going to kill Charlie Earnhardt in the back.
There's another car about to. Cars are all over the place again.
Ryan Newman, the 12 car. Dave Blaney in the 77 as well.
And they're racing back to the caution.
And this could be the race.
And here comes Sterling making a run.
They'll come to the flag with 3 to go. Michael Waltrip leading them home. Rusty Wallace looking for his first Daytona win. Here they come to the caution flag.
And this could be the race. I don't know there'd be enough time to throw a red flag. As we have 3 laps to go. Caution flies.
And Dale Earnhardt Jr. comes across in 6th outside of Mark Martin.
Boy, that was some. that was some.
In the backstretch, a lot of debris.
That's a shame. Dave Blaney had a great car all night long.
Well, they almost wrecked them all going down into turn 1. Got over into turn 2 over there. A car spun and collected these other cars.
It was Ryan Newman, the rookie, who went sideways in the backstretch. And there the track crews are talking to Ryan, trying to help him out.
Like you said, Mike, there's no way we can stop this race. You'd have to stop it right now, and there's no way to do that.
Jeff Green.
Based on what I've seen, I would be ill-advised if they did.
There's Newman out of the car, taking off the support, the Hutchins device.
We are hearing that they will not throw a red flag. They'll be coming to 2 to go, so this race is going to end under caution, it looks like.
And NASCAR's policy on red flags is they will only red flag the race if they have enough laps to clean up the incident, get the race restarted, and in this case, they do not.
You almost have to have about 4 or more to go before you can do that.
I'm not going to say anything, because we still got a couple laps to go here.
It's never over till it's over. But once Dale Earnhardt Jr. got up alongside Michael Waltrip and Rusty Wallace dropped underneath, the game was afoot. The first save was Todd and Jeff Bodine, the 2 brothers right there.
There they go. Now it looks like they're going to wreck here. They save it.
It's Newman outside them, I believe.
Come down into. I think
Darrell,
like
Ryan Newman had a tire smoking. I believe he had a tire go down.
There's
right
a good
there.
shot. I think that here you go. They get into it right there. That's going to cut down a tire. I guarantee you, left rear tire. They go off in the corner. You're going to see a little smoke here now, I believe. See,
yep, there it is. There it is. A left side tire going down.
That thing's going to blow the left rear tire, and it's going to spin off the corner over here. There it goes. Caught the side of the 21. There went to 29. Oh, the 19 just squeezed through.
There's a lot of cars that just squeezed by right there. Of course, Dave Blaney, the 77's one that
and you
did
can
not.
see that the left rear tire is down and off the wheel.
That's what made him come around right there. He gets in the side of Elliott Sadler, the 21.
Looks like you see the tire lets go completely right here, and it comes around then.
Let's ride with Jeremy Mayfield. That's Newman right in front of him.
He's got to see the smoke, and that's just he doesn't. Now he sees him spin. Can't see anything right there. Squeezes by. If you can see the other side of his car, that was close.
Because you just don't know which way he's going to go up there as he come up on the backstretch.
And all season long, and right here especially, I've got to give an attaboy to our cameramen, our tape operators, our replay producers for being able to share all of these images with you instead of all of us wondering what happened. Great job, fellas and girls, and thanks for all of it.
That's Buffy, Michael's wife, and she's just like I am. She's not going to say anything yet.
They will be coming to the white flag this time, being waved along with the caution flag.
And Darrell, it wasn't but about 2.5 months ago, everybody was saying Michael Waltrip's out of this race car. You just look at the runs he's had the last month and a half, and he's about 2.5 miles away from getting his second career win, first win of 2002.
I have never seen him, ever since he's been racing, I've never seen him drive better.
You know, his first win, Darrell, he didn't get a fair chance to celebrate here at Daytona. His victory marred by the tragedy of losing Dale Earnhardt, his car owner and benefactor. Michael didn't get a proper celebration then. He will tonight.
Oh, yeah. Say what you want to about tonight, but he had the dominant car. He did a great job right there at the end. Looked like I didn't know what was going to happen, and he held on, and he's coming home a winner. And yeah.
Well, he did just what Joe Nemechek did last night to win the Busch race. He ran the bottom of the racetrack the whole race long, had the lead, and if you were going to beat him, you'd have to beat him the long way around on the outside. You're riding with him, aren't you?
Well, I can't help but think about when we were here last,
which was February a year ago.
He won. He went to victory circle.
Right.
But it's a day that none of us will ever forget. Here we are back here for the first time since then.
First time Fox has been back.
First time Fox has been back since then, and he wins again. I'm proud. I'm so proud of him. What a great job tonight.
He grew up wanting to be a race car driver, wanting to follow in your footsteps, but that was no easy path for Michael.
No, we're a generation apart. I'm more like a father to him, and you know what, sons and fathers, he doesn't listen to me very well. He and I have a great relationship, but it's different than if we were closer together in age.
But I tell you, Dale Earnhardt owned this racetrack. Finally got that Daytona 500 win. Looks like DEI is starting to own this place. 5 of the last 7 restrictor plate races here.
Here he comes to the flag. Michael Waltrip wins the Pepsi 400.
All right.
Matt, what about Biffle? The guy calling the race from the spotter stand for Greg Biffle is Joel Edmonds, who last night was calling the race for Michael Waltrip. They came home second. He's telling him, keep it on the bottom. The AT will try you high, but just keep it on the bottom. He has no help.
Ward Burton is on pit road out of gas. White flag is in the air. Final lap. Are we seeing a rookie breakthrough at the biggest track of all? Or can Bobby Labonte get a run and Labonte slow down? Is Labonte out of gas?
He's out of fuel.
Bobby Labonte's come up dry. He's definitely out of fuel. Now Biffle can try and breathe it and make sure he has enough, because it's a long way back to Jeff Burton. 3 seconds. What an upset this is going to be. Final corner for Greg Biffle. There'll be a celebration in the Pacific Northwest tonight. There's his girlfriend Nicole. For Jack Roush, Greg Biffle is going to score a win at Daytona in just his 23rd NASCAR Winston Cup start. Greg Biffle wins the Pepsi 400.
And Roush comes 1-2, and Ricky Rudd comes in third. Another car close with close Jack Roush ties. All right, guys, congratulations to you.
Awesome job, guys. Way to go.
Randy Goss, the crew chief's voice there.
The voice of reason.
Call him Radar. Looks a little bit like the actor that played the Radar character in the old MASH series. How about Greg Biffle? First time winner this season. Just his 23rd Winston Cup start. He's a winner at Daytona. Huge.
Long way from Vancouver, Washington.
Bobby Labonte coasted all the way across the start-finish line to finish 5th. So that won't cost him any championship points. Remember, he's one of the players for the title coming into the race. And despite the fact that it was Chevrolets that did most of the leading all night, Matt, a Ford wound up taking the checkered flag.
The NASCAR Truck Series, the Busch Series, now Winston Cup. Congratulations, Randy.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. I'm just so proud of the guys. Thank you. Thanks, bud. Just so proud of everybody. I don't have to tell you, we've been struggling. The Granger team's been struggling. It's been hard here for us in Winston Cup. We're used to winning. I just want to thank everybody that stuck behind us. Our fab shop, especially our engine shop, our guys in Michigan, they just dig hard for us. And all the guys back at the shop, especially my team. I've worked a lot of my guys 7 days a week since we started. They just never, ever even complained about it. Just really appreciate it.
How special to pull it off here at Daytona, Randy? This is the biggest one.
Well, it's hard for me right now because we've been struggling so much. We qualified 30th, and you have to get everything just right. My engineer, Dave Winston, you know, I run us out of gas at Sears Point, and now we're gambling on the gas. It works out.
White flag this time.
The cake's all dough, boys.
Johnson, a look to the bottom. He wanted the least little bit out of line, and Junior's there.
And look what that did. That let Junior get there. I mean,
But he gives up a lot of ground right there, Darrell.
Yeah.
His car will not turn from the center off.
it's just too tight off at 2 over there. That's where you got to squeeze out the throttle ever so slightly. He's going to get a run at him, but it's going to be too little too late.
Bush is coming, and Mark Martin has a run on Tony Stewart.
Here
And the
comes
front
Junior.
four
He's
are
going to go
packed
the high
together
side.
again.
He's going to go the high side, but it ain't going to do him any good.
This lap, this race 5 times has been won by a last lap pass. Jimmy Johnson locked onto his teammate and mentor, Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon's DuPont Pepsi Chevy is going to win the Pepsi 400 free Pepsi X for America.
Jimmy Johnson second, Dale Earnhardt Jr. third, Kurt Busch in fourth, and Tony Stewart with those 2 cars in fifth. Good run for Mark Martin, though, in the 6th car, finished 6th.
Boy, heck of a battle back in here between Dale Jarrett and Ricky Rudd and some of them.
I looked out the hotel window this morning at 7:30. There were already fans walking around the Daytona International Speedway. The race delayed 2.5 hours. But the fans have stayed here. Now at 1:40 in the morning, white flag for Tony Stewart. Last lap. This would be it no matter what happens.
Just not close enough to get anything done.
No. Jimmy Johnson is trying to get by Dale Jarrett on the outside.
Yeah, that 20 car will get awfully wide from this point on.
Half a lap for Tony Stewart. Won on the road course a week ago at Sonoma. Picked up emotion and momentum, pursuing his 2nd Nextel Cup championship. Tony Stewart, a native of Indiana, has always wanted to win in Indianapolis, but tonight he's going to shut out the field, and Tony Stewart takes the checker flag at Daytona.
It's 1 to go, and the Busch boys are in hot pursuit.
And here comes Matt Kenseth in that 17 car on the high side. He's getting help from his teammate, McMurray, in the 26.
Kenseth has never won here, but he's taking the long way around on the outside.
Now just remember, it gets really tense coming down the back right here. You start blocking in turn 3. Caution is out.
Caution is out. Will we go to overtime, or will the checkered flag wave?
That's it. We were in the white flag lap.
We took the white flag. We took the white flag.
The field is frozen at the moment of caution. The yellow flag waves as they come toward the finish line. Tony Stewart and the Home Depot Chevrolet will score the 2nd win of 2006 and the 26th career victory for Stewart.
Here he goes. I can see him look up and say, how high is this fence anyway?
He scaled that thing pretty rapid.
Oh, he did. That's what winning will do for you.
Tony Stewart climbs the fence and captures the flag.
Yes. Nice job, Brady. The smoker.
That is his signature salute to the fans of this sport.
I think there's a lot of reasons he's happy about this right here, because when you look back at his last 6 races, he has only had 1 top 10 finish.
His way to the lead, side by side with Kyle Busch as they come to the white flag.
Look at that. That 5 car is strong, man.
not only is he strong, I'm telling you, he is driving wheels up that thing too. He's going to be in the gas all the way. I don't care how sideways this thing gets.
Last lap.
And he needs to be, because if they wreck right now, he's got to be the first guy across that loop.
Kyle Busch now has his brother Kurt behind him.
The one thing is Kyle Busch has the inside, and because of where the start-finish line here is, at this place, the inside line is the line if you can maintain it coming out of turn 4.
Man, I'll tell you what.
Will Edwards help his teammate, or will he make a move for the win?
I don't know if he'll be able to make the move for the win.
Kyle Busch is the guy right here. He's your winner.
He's going to have the momentum, and he's going to get to the line.
Coming to the checkers.
Oh, whoa! That was close. I don't know.
Waiting for scoring.
I think the 26 got him.
It says 26 on the monitor.
Wow.
Great. My God. What an incredible finish.
It does not get any. I don't know who. Like I said,
that was incredible. I would have bet all the money in the world Kyle Busch had that thing when he came out of turn 4.
NASCAR's going to look at the video.
The 26 surged right there, right at the line.
It's like the Truck Series races that we've seen here in the past.
You are the man.
Where you think?
Jamie McMurray has won the Pepsi 400.
Great job, guys.
Man, that was great.
That's incredible.
Watch the 26 just get a surge right before the line.
It's his teammate right behind him, Carl Edwards.
Right there, the 5 had the advantage, and he had the momentum.
And here they are, and you see.
Now watch right here.
Right there. You see it start to move again.
Remember the finish in the 500? How about that?
That's good stuff.
That's incredible.
Jamie McMurray replaced Sterling Marlin after Sterling was injured in a crash. He won his second career start, but has not had much success. He changed teams. He went to Roush. He's gone 166 races without a win until this moment, just seconds ago.
And hats off to Podcar. He drove the wheels off that race car.
Could have won those starts that turned people out of
the
Jeff
Gordon gets turned.
Right there.
Like that.
Just like that, man. Just exactly like that.
Watching the flag stand, still under green.
No harm, no foul, because he's far enough out of the way. Unless he just sits there. If he sits there.
No, they're not. I don't think they're done yet.
If he sits there, they'll throw the caution because he's in a bad place.
Kyle Busch fighting for the lead with Carl Edwards.
He's going.
Gordon is back underway. A lap and a half to go.
Edwards is just looking for a way to get around. He's got it. Got the spot, and he's got help. Oh, no! Kenseth!
What did Kenseth do?
Couldn't hold it down.
He couldn't get it turned down in time to follow Carl, or to get it to the right to follow Carl.
Kurt Busch in second spot.
Just like last year, but.
Wow, they just covered up.
Last lap at Daytona.
Oh, we got it, guys.
That's it.
Oh, man. Oh,
yeah, it's not.
Believe he did not wreck.
Keep rolling here.
Oh, there it is.
Now
Oh,
they're
my
wrecking.
goodness. That's incredible.
Now caution flag is out.
I think we got it. That's ours.
There were 5 wrecks before the wreck.
My good, I can't believe those guys waited. I thought they ran out of full.
They wrecked on restart. Again, the field is frozen when the caution comes out, and NASCAR will use the scoring loops and videotape to look at the final finishing order.
I think the 99. Is it Kyle or is it 99? Who's your?
I want to say that. It looked like the 99. What it was, but who knows when they?
Who knows
when they threw it?
These guys really don't care. They're going to ride right there in that position all the way back around here. That's going to be a tough call right there. I don't know. They're going to have to check the scoring loops. Anything that's coming up on a computer or anywhere else is not right now because they're going to scoring loops.
Checkered flag. Carl Edwards pulls ahead, but we will wait for the official word from NASCAR. A wild finish to the Coke Zero 400.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
That was incredible. Great. You got to give a heads up to. You got to give a tip of the hat to Matt Kenseth. And how about Kurt Busch? I mean, to get him to start in a car he's not even been in.
Okay, here come the replays. And we'll be watching with you.
Okay, you can see Carl Edwards has the advantage right here.
But right there, the 18 does. Where's the scoring loop when the caution comes out? The 18's in front right there.
Right.
So where's the loop?
It's still green.
Yeah, I understand it's still green, but
it's not the scoring loop.
It's the video.
When it's for the finish of
It's
the race,
video.
it's the video.
That's it.
Right there. If the caution's out, it doesn't
it's not
matter
out
about
yet.
the
It's not
scoring
out
lap.
yet. It's not out yet. There it is.
All right, the 18's in front.
There's it. There
Yep.
it is. Yeah.
The 18 would be the winner.
The winner of the Coke 0400 is Kyle Busch.
And I'm going to tell you something, man. The last 3 or 4 races down here, he's been so close.
Thanks for the birthday present there, buddy.
6th win of the season for the championship leader. His 10th career win in his 132nd race. And his first win at Daytona. And of course, he won at Talladega back in April. Now let's go back and start sorting through this. There's Kyle with a victory lap.
You can see people. The accident that happened with the 24 car, and this is
afterwards.
Right. Yeah, this is the wreck. This is the wreck. You see them all bottled up right there.
Here's the 24.
Okay, here's the
But
restart.
the accident that happens here was because of the slow start. They were so bunched up. Jeff was trying to block and couldn't block. He made his move way too late, and Carl was already there. Because Carl was not down on the line. So, I mean, there was plenty of room.
But that was a really slow restart.
Really
that
slow
always
restart.
causes troubles on a racetrack like this.
Because of the accordion effect. Now, this wreck, these guys are already, but you see these guys running the wall. This is coming out of turn 4. Here's the start finish line. They're 3 wide right here, 4 wide right here. You see these guys are sideways, but they're gathering it back up. They're gathering it back up. The wreck starts right here if you see Michael on the inside when the 77 comes across.
And the 77 got pushed over.
Over, yeah. He got
the 28.
hit because they were bunching up so bad. But you watch those guys, there must be 7 cars that run into each other from the start-finish line. And saved it
Yeah.
until they get to the first corner.
Now watch the 6 car here.
Look
and then him and Boyer get way out of shape, like Kyle said. And all these guys behind him are checking up. They got to slow down, and they're trying to avoid it. Then, all of a sudden, you'll see the 77, he gets run into by the 28 right there, which turns Michael. And that's what really caused, that's what finished off the wreck, I guess I should say.
And you see J.J. Yaley in that 20 car, relief driving for Tony Stewart, got caught up in it.
You're just not going to win in a situation like that. When you're in the middle of the pack like that, you're just, and I don't know how Reagan saved that thing either. I think Boyer had a lot to do with that.
Man.
Now, once again, let's go back and look at the leaders, watching for the caution to come out.
Yeah, you'll see the lights. See the green lights up on the fence? Okay, that's where the lights are.
Right there where it says Daytona. Right? I don't know where to get it. Right here. Right here. Right here it says Daytona. Right there are the lights.
So so we're green, the wreck's happening, and this is you can see where Kyle starts pulling away, and he's clearly in the lead.
And then there's another set of lights.
Right there's yellow.
Here.
Yeah.
There, see it.
I can't do this. Right in that area.
You did it.
I'll tell you, there are a lot of cheers, though.
There are a lot more cheers every week.
Yeah.
If you guys are sitting at home, you can't hear it, but there's a lot more cheers every week.
Yeah, like I said a long time ago, this guy's going to win the crowd over eventually, because you can't keep driving like this and winning racing and kicking butt without fans starting to appreciate how much talent's standing right there.
That's right. Had a good run here last night, but didn't get the win.
31 at Burt Carl.
Here they come. To the outside. Here comes Kyle Busch. He's got him, and Tony cuts off Hamlin.
Now what's Tony going to do?
You're clear.
And now the question is, Tony's got no help because these guys are running 2 wide behind him.
Right.
So now it's man on man right now.
Oh, I don't think it's gonna get wider here in a minute, I believe.
Here comes Johnson in behind Stewart. Is it enough? Hamlin's high side up there by himself in the 11. First lap led all night by Kyle Busch, and it's the money lap, and it might be all it takes. Now, what does Johnson do to help Stewart?
Doesn't matter. Kyle Busch is going to hog all the racetrack, or he should. He's mirror driving right now.
Tony Stewart trying to get to the bottom.
He may get turned for mirror driving, but he's going to be mirror driving.
Stewart's trying to squeeze in there. He's shoving to the bottom.
See that hand? He just wanted to touch him, man. Just wanted to touch him.
Can't get him to the high side. Here he comes.
There he turns him.
He turns him. Bush in the wall. Here comes Stewart to the checkered flag. And another car gets him the backside. It's Casey Kane. And they're scattering everywhere as they come to the line.
Some of these guys hit hard, man.
And one of them was Kyle Busch.
They're still hitting hard. Man, that's an ugly finish. But incredible. Incredible.
But that was 100% mirror driving, and that's what you have. That's what Kyle Busch had to do.
That's what Kyle Busch had to mirror drive. Tony Stewart had to put the car
push him
there
around, right.
and stick the car where we saw this same thing in Talladega when with the 09 car with Keselowski. He stuck his car in there, he drove it, he put it where it needed to be, and that's the way it was.
Look at the damage to his race car as Kyle Busch crawls out and walks back down the racetrack.
But, I know people are going to start, well, this guy did this and that guy blamed this guy. Let me tell you, Kyle Busch did what he needed to do. Tony Stewart needed to do it. This is how you go after winning a race at Daytona. You leave everything on the table. This is Daytona.
The fireworks are going off in the sky, but the fireworks on the racetrack even bigger.
Teammates on the 14th. Good clean pass. He had a little bit of help.
Wow, he got a great run right there. I don't know where that run come from. It's almost like Tony's car got out from under him or something, because it's almost like Tony checked up. That's incredible.
Okay, now at this point,
yeah,
Kyle Busch is just looking in the mirror. He's got to take all the racetrack. He's got to hog it. One lap to go, and we've seen this a lot. See Hamlin out there kind of on the high side. And then you watch the 18's hands in 3 and 4. The 14 is all over the bumper of the 18.
And all he really wanted to do, it looked like when he got in between 3 and 4 here, if he could have just put his bumper to him just a little bit and got him loose and slid him up the racetrack. You see him right here. He drives right to that corner right here. When he makes that turn, boom, I want to be right on that 18's corner and force him up the racetrack right there.
Okay, now Kyle's
blocks,
hanging on,
he blocks,
but he's going to block.
Back,
and it just ran himself over the 14 car.
And here's what happened. Just like we talked about at Talladega and everybody talked about, block me once, that's okay. Block me twice, you're going up in the grandstands or you're going in the wall. And that's what happened. The 18 made 2 swipes at him. One to the inside, one to the outside.
Yeah, this one's fair right here. This one's
not fair.
You kind of had it coming.
Yeah, he had that one coming. When you cut back across the hood of somebody after you've blocked him once, and Tony, once he blocked, Tony put the bumper on the outside of him. He was there.
Watch the 9. I think it's a 9 car
gets
takes
right in the
hit.
back.
I mean, just clobbers Kyle Busch.
And these guys, there's a 31 car, but these guys hit hard right here.
Logano finally, his luck ran out. But
you see these guys going across the racetrack. This is ugly down here. They're very fortunate nobody got hurt right there.
Trying to bump you. Stay on this yellow line. Chase up, coming up high. There you go.
Pick the rear tires off the ground. Now watch this next hit.
Oh man!
Wow. That's a 180-mile-per-hour shot right there.
Man, that was brutal.
Listen to it.
I think they lost the camera on that one.
Yeah, that's incredible.
For Tony Stewart, his 36th win in his 374th start. Oh man, there goes our camera.
And we lost another camera right there.
Daytona fans got their money's worth.
That was Stewart's crew straight away.
They did an outstanding job tonight as Tony takes his 3rd July Daytona win, all in the last 5 races. You're watching Wide Open coverage of the Coke 0400 TNT.
And, I don't think Stewart, I think once he sees all this, he shouldn't be beating himself up too much on this deal. I mean, like I said, you're looking at the checkered flag at Daytona. All bets are off.
Yeah.
That's a hard hit by the 18 car because he hits with the left front and then drives the driver's side into the wall.
When he gets drilled by Kane right here.
And we got the safer barrier, but I'm telling you that Hans device, those things are.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's a shot. So he got hit. He took a shot in the front, and then he took a shot from the back. I mean,
And then he got one in the door.
Oh,
See,
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, that's what I said, is they were going on down. That's why I kept trying to follow the cars down. I'm like, they hit really hard past the start-finish line. Not only these cars, the 31 car, there were 2 or 3 cars that took some major licks going into turn 1 down there.
And the bad thing about this is he's already has damage on the left side. That's what I hate, is seeing a car get hit twice in the same spot.
Ooh, the 9 car gets hit right dead in the door by the 31 car. You see him. Then the 20 car hits
that's
his 18 car right in the door.
I bet you that's the hardest shot he took.
Watch it from Joey Logano's
these
view
cars?
out the back.
Low, low, low. Go low, 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 low.
That's an ugly sound.
Kevin Harvick's view.
Look at the one. He just ducked to the pits.
Yeah. The only car without a scratch on it.
Back her down. Just back it down.
After all of this, Kyle Busch has declined to comment on the finish of this one.
Watch this shot. Just look at where the drivers.
Oh, man.
That's incredible.
And then, just when you think, okay, all done, and then here comes Logano with, nowhere to go.
And Logano can't see. You see how bad this is. So it's not anybody's fault. It's like we talked about the accident. And you said something about Kyle Busch declines to comment. And that's probably good, because you can tell he's upset. You see the officials, they want to take him to the hospital, they want to take him to the Infield Care Center. I would be upset too. You had a shot at winning this race. This happened. They're forcing him to go. They should force him to go.
Yeah.
You need to go to the Infield Care Center. That's how simple it is. But at the same time, this is probably the best thing for Kyle Busch at this time. Don't say anything, because whatever you say, there's fans out there that love you, there's fans out there that hate you, and the ones that hate you are going to use it against you. So just keep your mouth shut. 4 and the 9 on the outside. You got 2 guys that's not been there. This is going to be white flag right here.
White flag is out. Kevin Harvick, the race leader.
That 29 car is going to get wide here in a minute, because he's got to stop this momentum of this 9 car. Look at the 2 car up there on the outside. Coming. Look at Kurt Busch.
He's been involved in the last 3 cautions.
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
No more Mr. Nice Guy right here.
Driver number 2 will not be denied. There goes around.
Backing up a little bit. Got the bin behind you. Come on. Keep coming.
As of now, we don't have a caution. We'll see if they let him race back to the line, and it appears they will.
And there's no caution because he's so far behind and there's nobody back there. I'm sorry.
Kevin Harvick, the race leader, off of turn number 4. Casey Kane and Jeff Gordon behind him. Will they make a move? They will not. Harvick wins at Daytona.
The 2 car, they got together right here through the trial. These guys did, the 2 and the 71. Good run by Bobby Labonte. You got to give him a little credit there. He's
top 10 finishes
15,
for
16.
Reed Sorensen, Mike Bliss, Scott Speed, and the momentum continues for Dale Earnhardt Jr., 4th tonight.
Logano to the outside there with the 4 car of Casey Kane.
Larry called it. Logano to the outside and to the lead. Big shove by Casey Kane on the outside.
That was a huge shove. He got just enough off those guys.
They had to let
shuffled out.
He got a little bit out of shape there. Newman had to get out of the gas, and that was it.
Here we come down to the white flag. 1 lap to go for David Reagan.
All clear. 1 factor double wide.
And look who's right behind Kenseth. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has joined the party.
Watch Harvick swing high here, though.
Kevin Harvick's been known to break hearts at Daytona. He did it to Mark Martin in 2007. In the Daytona 500, he won this race 1 year ago. David Reagan, a half a lap away from his first victory.
It's now time, isn't it, for the 20?
It's time for the 20 to do something, or...
1 factor for by 10.
I tell you what,
Reagan behind him.
David Reagan.
Behind the race leader.
David Reagan.
No caution yet. David Reagan coming
Still
back
wrecking.
to the start-finish line.
They're wrecking again.
Everywhere now.
They're wrecking again.
Reagan with sweet redemption gets the victory at Daytona.
Two separate wrecks on the last lap.
Great job. Thank you a lot, man.
Oh, man, these guys are flying by Newman.
He was a sitting duck.
No kidding. That's the scariest part of it being in a wreck like this, is sitting in a racetrack when guys are coming at you 180 plus miles per hour. That was scary.
That's ugly racing right there.
You can't beat Daytona. Trevor Bayne does it in the Daytona 500, his first career victory. And tonight, I'm sure tears of joy for David Reagan, who's celebrating his first ever win.
That was big. That was nicely done by both those guys right there.
Thanks for the help, man. Thanks for the help.
I'm racing for everybody at home right now. This is what it was last year.
Coming down through the tri-oval. Once we get the white flag, the next flag will end it, whether it's the caution or the checker. Side by side with a lap to go at Daytona.
And these guys are going to run. They're going to be leaning on each other going down the backstretch.
Oh my God!
We got somebody sideways. Wow, Burton did an unbelievable job saving that race car.
Amazing save by Jeff Burton.
Now we got the 14 out there all by himself, but he got a big push to get away from those guys.
Tony Stewart pulling down in front of Matt Kenseth. And Kane with a little charge in the outside lane.
That's the break that Tony needed right there.
This is going to be. This
they're
is where
stacking up. They're stacking up.
Through turns 3 and 4
here we go.
for the final time. Big crash behind the race leader, Tony Stewart. That's going to allow Smoke to pull away. What's going to happen behind him? Can Burton get there? No, he can't. Tony Stewart wins it at Daytona.
Oh, we'll take that.
Great finish.
From 42nd to the win.
Great move by Jeff Burton right there. I tell you,
That was a
great race by
save.
Jeff Burton. I'm telling you, incredible save and incredible job to put him in position. And you know, Matt's just where he's got to be, but Casey Kane deserves a lot of credit for that too, pushing that 14 and getting him in the right position.
Did you see the water spitting out of that thing, man?
Up,
I mean, he sacrificed his engine right there.
We told you in Countdown to Green, it's all going to come down to the final lap.
You can't get to it.
No, that was a power move. He just powered away from the pack as they come down through there.
You gotta get wide. White flag is out. Next flag will decide it.
Wow.
Tony Stewart feeling good, and how about Kurt Busch in that outside lane with help from David Gilmour?
Oh, here we go.
We got trouble.
There we go. That's it.
Like I said, you lead at the white.
That's it.
You're good to go. But they may
No
race to the
caution yet.
finish.
They're going to let them race back here. That happened over in turn 2, so they got plenty of room.
All right, let them race, boys.
Hopefully they're cleared when they get back down there.
Tony Stewart won this race last year. He's won it 4
29,
times.
shoving the 14. I don't know if it's going to be enough, but
Through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Off the corner, here comes Jimmy Johnson. He's dominated the race. Now he can see the finish line. That's Busch in the outside lane, not making a move.
Oh,
trouble behind him.
Danica.
Danica and others. Jimmy Johnson gets the win at Daytona.
Yeah, she got turned right there.
that was a dominating performance by the 48 team tonight.
Led 93 laps.
Thank you.
That's another race. The last 3 or 4 races, and I know people get tired of hearing us talk about him, but the last 3 or 4 races, he's dominated these races.
Now Joey Logano in the 14th position. You see him in the back portion of this draft, but he's being black flagged. Apparently some debris coming off of his car.
Michael McDowell doing a nice job today.
Slow. Caution forward, debris there for rain.
You heard it there. Caution, 7th time today. This one for rain. Didn't take him long to get to victory lane.
No.
Never does when you...
Time by. They'll see the white flag. Dale Earnhardt Jr. back to the bottom of the racetrack to block. White flag in the air one more time around Daytona.
11, one bottom. Here he comes.
They're side by side for second. 2-car length lead for Dale Earnhardt Jr. as they work their way through 1 and 2 and down the backstretch they go. Junior blocking the lower line. Does that give the advantage to the 48? Junior jumps up in front of Jimmy Johnson. To the bottom of the race triumph they come. Dale Earnhardt Jr. to the bottom of the track. Jr. will win at Daytona. And the big one happens behind them.
Oh my God.
Of Austin Dillon into the catch fence. All the crews getting out to that car to assist these drivers. Thumbs going up from all the crew members, and the crowd roars. Look at the catch fence on the front straight. Members pulling. Austin Dillon out. He's walking. The damage to the 4 of Kevin Harvick. What an incredible sight to see Austin Dillon walking away from that 3 car that is demolished.
Unbelievable impact, Austin Dillon. Watch this replay. When he gets in the catch bench, the car comes to a complete stop. I've never seen a car stop that quickly before.
And again, they're going upwards of 190 miles an hour through the tri-oval. You see where that car got up into the air and into the catch fence. And as you mentioned, it came to a stop right there.
You see the fence is pulled away, but the cabling, the horizontal cabling is still intact. They try to keep the car, any large pieces of the car, on the racing surface and out of the stands or the walkway area there.
There is the engine.
Incredible impact. Unbelievable.
And what an incredible sight to see the thumbs going up from the crew members that were checking on Austin, and then Austin Dillon to walk away from that accident. Safety crews continue to check on all of the drivers that were involved in this incident. Let's take another look. Dale Earnhardt Jr. crossing the start-finish line, winning the race, but then the accident takes place behind him.
Yeah, the 11 gets kind of stuck in the middle there and comes across the 4's bumper. As he does, he spins back in, gets the 3 airborne, and he just gets projected off the other cars right up into the fence.
He went from the bottom of the racetrack over 2 rows of cars and into that catch fence.
Here we go. You can see him on the bottom. Rex starts in front. He runs in the back of the 24. Gets up on the 11. Now he's on top of the 50.5. And now it's just along for the ride. Watch the car stop. Watch the car stop. It gets into those poles, and it goes from, I don't know what, 180, 190 miles an hour, I'm just guessing, to a complete stop. That is unbelievable.
And it looks like a toy. That's 3,500 pounds. That stock car is extremely heavy. You see here, after he's upside down, the 2 is spinning. Obviously, he's already lost control, makes more contact with the 3.
Coming back to the start-finish line, looking for the white flag. One more time around. Brad Keselowski out front. Kurt Busch running second. A big run by Kyle Busch on the outside. Here comes Kyle. Kyle in the 18. He has help from Trevor Bayne in the 6 behind him.
6 up top, stop behind the 41.
2 by 2 behind Brad Keselowski. The final time down the backstretch. Joey Logano trying to make the inside line work. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. Out of turn 4. They'll see the finish line. Brad Keselowski out front. Around goes Kurt Busch. Keselowski's going to hang on. Keselowski wins at Daytona.
Thank you, guys. Great team effort today. Very proud. Thank you.
Busch slides across the finish line. Brad Keselowski had never won at Daytona before. Penske getting their 100th Cup win in this, the 50th anniversary. Paul Menard now moves up to second. Clint Bowyer's in third. Clint Bowyer trying to find a line, trying to get some momentum. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. wants to stay right on the double yellow line. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. looking for his second win in the Cup Series. He's going to get it at the biggest stage. Stenhouse Jr. wins at Daytona.
Good job, buddy. That's awesome, Ricky Bobby. Had this thing too done.
Only 2 cars really down on the inside.
Coming back to the white flag. If they get it, the race is official. 2.5 miles to go at Daytona.
With only 2 cars down there, Trick's going to have to side draft so much. He's not going to get a lot of help from Casey Kane.
Look at this outside lane. 47's pushing to 37. That's going to get him to the 20 possibly. Here it comes. Here comes the outside lane to the 20.
Down the backstretch they go. Eric Jones in the 20. He's in front. He got a big push from the 37 of Buescher. Here comes the 78 once again. Jones has never won in the Monster Energy Cup Series.
Easily blocked
the
that.
78 of Mark Truex Jr. has never won on a restrictor plate track. Coming to the Tri-Oval for the final time. Eric Jones has won at Daytona.
Listen to that emotion. That me.
Great job, Rick. Eric, come on, baby.
Oh, you know he's in. That outside line got organized, and he came up and just gave him a shot and pushed him past Martin Truex Jr.
Career-defining night for that kid. His first win at Daytona.
And how emotional Eric Jones has to be. His first ever Cup Series win. His dad's not with him. He lost his dad 2 years ago. To get to race, Eric Jones's dad sold his Corvette, his prized possession, so that Eric Jones could race. Well, Eric Jones, after making it to the Cup Series, bought that Corvette back. And now he gets to celebrate at Daytona, the biggest racetrack NASCAR goes to.
And saw the smile on Joe Gibbs' face. Joe's been very public in saying how bad he felt for Eric Jones because they've been running good and things just haven't worked out. And he kept saying, man, he's doing a good job not getting the finishes. So tonight was a night where he avoided trouble, did what he needed to do at the end, and got the win.
This moment presented by Sunoco, fueling victories all season long and fueling the biggest victory in Eric Jones's life. The crowd here on this 4th of July weekend, we were able to see some incredible racing. The Xfinity Series last night, and now Eric Jones getting his first career win in the Monster Energy Cup Series.
Those guys, they made a great call. Kurt Busch, Matt McCall made a call, right? They're going to stay on the racetrack, but NASCAR gave 1 to go. They said, we're coming to 1 to go. So that means they think the race is going to restart. So the 1 car comes down pit road. NASCAR goes 1 to go, then down the back straightaway. Conditions change. They get a lightning strike. They call it off. So right now, Matt McCall is like, man, I was in the right position. You gave 1 to go. Why'd you give 1 to go? You know he's upset with that call to change it and then say, hey, we're going back caution.
And so now the pace truck is going to bring the field back onto pit road, and we'll go to Marty.
And Kurt Busch, Rick, is livid on the radio. Take a listen to what he had to say.
Got the news of the century. Yep. 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 They took 1 away from me in 2014 as well.
the fans here at Daytona. What a great way to spend the time. We mentioned,
man,
the catch bench is tough. Did you see Bubba's reaction too?
Oh yeah, because
He
Bubba's
went
got it
down.
over.
There we go. Not a tight spiral, but at least it made it up into the grandstands.
No,
again.
good thing it's not a windy day. That thing was not going to cut through the breeze.
It's not like you were on TV or anything when you did that.
I mean, I've seen the pass rush just right here. You see the defender, he gets his hand up, the defender being the 25-foot chain link fence, and he's going to knock this one right out of the air.
It appeared that the pass rush was coming. He had to get rid of it quickly.
Coming our direction again. So not only is it raining now, but it looks like another wave of the hard rain is coming.
Congratulations.
Thank you, bud.
Go see your family.
You're seeing it live.
Hey.
There's your winner.
He's being told right now.
He's getting ready to go.
Justin Haley has won his first ever Monster Energy Cup Series race.
That was awesome, man. You know, I mean,
I didn't do anything.
I know.
I did nothing.
You stayed up front all day.
Yeah.
Got back into the lab and got yourself in the spot. That's what it means, you know. Congratulations.
Thank you.
They're too wide. Now you're starting to see a little bit of a run from that top lane. That's going to move this bottom lane. Truex to the outside of Bell.
What was the number you mentioned earlier, Steve? How many times at super speedway races has Martin Truex Jr. come up a little bit short?
Car in the fence, hard.
Oh, hard. Clint Boyer in the 14 slamming into the wall.
Hold your line, hold your line, hold your line.
They've already taken the white flag. The next flag will end the race. Martin Truex Jr. out front. Now William Byron fighting on the inside for the lead and the win. They run behind him again.
Stay with your teammate.
They continue to fight.
You're clear.
Through 3 and 4. William Byron looking for his first ever win in the NASCAR Cup Series. A win, a secured spot in the playoffs. William Byron's going to win. Oh. Chase Elliott coming home in second. NASCAR has told us they wouldn't throw the caution if they thought the drivers were not in danger, if they were involved in an accident.
Corey LaJoie, it looked like he had an opportunity right there to hang a left.
Pusher to the inside now. But Corey LaJoie in the back bumper, the 12 car, Ryan Blaney down the front straightaway, clears Blaney. They're side by side. Blaney gets pushed way out. The organization's on the outside.
Chastain underneath Austin Dillon, putting him 3 wide in the middle.
Harvick in the back of the 7 car. They're going to have a big run.
Oh!
Corey LaJoie fakes to the inside, stays to the outside. He's getting shuffled back now. It's Blaney out front.
Suarez in the middle of this.
Harvick running second. A big shove coming from the middle. Daniel Suarez in the 99. He gets turned into the 4, and they go into the wall. The next flag will end the race. And there is the caution flag. Ryan Blaney wins. The big accident happens behind him.
Way to get it done. Good, we had.
Ryan Blaney had cleared the pack by 4 car lengths. And then Suarez and Harvick. Contact made. You see the 42, Ross Chastain involved. Kyle Larson is there. High-centered is the 3 of Austin Dillon. He's not going anywhere. Corey LaJoie caught up in this. Tyler Reddick, because of the points that he has earned, will fill that 16th spot for the playoffs. But this is what happened on the backstretch.
Big run with Suarez, with Kurt Busch pushing him, and they just made contact. And
yeah, Suarez goes to the inside of the 4 car there to try to take that run that the 1 car Kurt Busch's gave him, and Kurt gets into the right rear quarter panel, turning the 99 into the 4. Kurt trying to get low with the 99, just not able to get there, not able to help him. Turns him into the 4, and away they go.
Here it is right here. That was the move, and then, as you said, Kurt just trying to push him and gets him in the right rear. And Blaney, 2 in a row.
Blaney wins at Michigan last week and now at Daytona.
Pretty impressive, the 4-car spinning around so quickly, staying on the ground, not going airborne. Side of Noah Gragson, he's going to have some help. Cody Ware up there with him, the 2-car as well.
They're going to be side by side here for just a moment, though. That's going to take a little energy away. Now they're clear. Now what do? Where's this move? There we go, to the outside. Noah got blocked by the 77. Now a big push coming.
1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Austin Dillon out in front. He could be the guy who wins his way into the playoffs in the final race of the regular season. He has his teammate, Tyler Reddick, who's locked into the playoffs already. Right behind him, less than a half a lap to go. Cody Ware running in that 3rd spot.
Here comes Cindric in the 2, keep an eye on him. I don't know if he has enough time.
And he doesn't have help anymore. It has dropped off as they come out of turn number 4. Martin Truex Jr. trying to fight back up there to get in points, but it's Austin Dillon who wins at Daytona.
Thank you, Jesus, baby. Yes!
There's the white flag. 1 more to go.
Huge push on the outside from the 6. 3 cars in tandem.
Now, will the bumpers stay locked? The 6 of Brad Keselowski trying to push that 17. Here comes Harvick in the 4.
Big push from the 10. He stays committed to the 6 down the back straightaway.
Elliott pushing the 4. Buescher and Keselowski. Now, which line will they take through 3 and 4 for the final time? Buescher separates a car length between he and Keselowski.
Brad's got no help. I don't think he gets back there to the 17.
As they come to the tri-oval, Buescher's going to win at Daytona.
Of his racing life being at the front of this field. 1 to go here in Daytona.
Nemechek made it 3 wide in that second lane, that second line, and that has killed the momentum.
You've got to go back a long, long way for Kyle Busch. 2008, the last time he won here at Daytona, and now he is tantalizingly close to that victory. But here comes Harrison Burton for the Wood Brothers. He's being pushed by Parker Retzlaff, and the 23-year-old from Huntersville, North Carolina, is at the front of this field and may race his way into the playoffs. Busch goes low, Burton blocks, he gets back up, comes to the line. Jeff, your little boy, has done it. Harrison Burton wins in Daytona and does what his uncle and dad did. How about that? At a time when he doesn't have a ride in Cup next year, he wins at the World Center of Racing. What a great night for the Burton family here at Daytona. What do you say, Dad? Hell, I can't talk. Nor can your wife. What a magical moment. It's the Wood Brothers 100th win. It's Harrison Burton's first in Cup. And he's going to the playoffs. What a drive. What a push. He found a way. The momentum wasn't there on lap 1. He found it. He forced help. Such a great job. Wow, wow, wow. What a finish. I do have to sprinkle a dose of reality into this, and that is Race Control is reviewing some tape on the 21 for an alleged infringement of the double yellow line. Question begs, did he get pushed down there?
So the rule is you cannot go below the double yellow line to advance your position.
You will be black flagged. If you go below the double line of block, you may be black flagged. There's contact with the rear bumper of the 8. NASCAR's decision is going to have to be, was there contact riding along with the 8? Let's watch this contact right here and see. Hard contact in the left rear steers the 21 below. I believe it's contact from the 8 that forces it, Lee.
Jeff, word in from NASCAR. It's confirmed Harrison Burton is the winner of the Coke Zero Sugar 400. Jeff Burton, Ward Burton, Harrison Burton in the history books here at the